Hearth's Warming Eve, 1,000 years ago, by Vigilance, read by Deathlight. Let your heart be light. The moon, first year after Nightmare Moon's defeat. The cold moon air was commonplace, this time as of any other, and yet it pierced through the darkened heart of the moon's fallen guardian a great deal. Nightmare Moon was pacing now, the invisible shackles around her being clattering silently. The mare turned to the earth, hatred building up as she did. A dark scowl plastered itself onto her face as she stomped around the hard rocky surface of her prison. Dust and clumps of rock shot up into space. Thanks to the lack of gravity, continued to float up as they left the moon and glided towards Earth. Nightmare's scowl deepened. Blah! Mere dirt can find its way to the world, yet I stand here. Collapsed like a rat caught in a clever trap. Damn you, Celestia! Even now you suddenly fat rump and laugh at me. Sure, an assumption her bitch of a sister was looking at the moon, smiling at how it became her sister's prison. Nightmare paced even more, kicking anything that was above ground level as she did. She turned to the orb again. It looked so close. The clouds were white and puffy, and the making of snow could be seen falling to Earth, to Equestria, to her country. The mare sat down on her haunches, distraught. Snowing. What time of year was it? It was hard to tell on the moon. The summer was as cold as winter, and the fall was as gray as the spring. It must be December, or some month close to it. Nightmare said aloud, to no one but herself. On Earth, when she ruled. Wait, no. Celestia always ruled. Luna was just some puppet to laugh at. Nightmare stomped again. Always back on Earth, the royal mare would have thought talking to oneself was a mark of insanity. But no, on the moon, not talking aloud was a surefire way to go nuts. It had taken Nightmare some time to alter her magic so it could act as the air needed for sound to exist. But it was worth it. Nightmare scratched her chin. Yes, I can see it now. It's December. Not only that, but it's the day before Hearth's Warming Eve. Nightmare could tell these things, thanks to her advanced knowledge of astrology. Luna had always taken pride in that knowledge. She knew even more than Celestia. Still, Nightmare Moon pouted. Yes, it's that time of the year. Yes, it's that time of the year. Nightmare grounded her hoof in circles in the ground. Now Celeste is probably enjoying chocolate by the fire, her subjects sending letters of praise and love. She probably walks candlelit streets, parading herself like some whore. Magic sparkled around the dark alicorn. Then she'll go to the Hearth's Warming Eve play and get even more praise. Nightmare coughed and made her voice shrill and high. Oh, Princess Celestia, thank you so much for raising the sun. We love the daytime so much, and we're so happy you defeated the ugly, pathetic sister Luna. Who needs her? She's just weak, useless, unnecessary. Nightmare Moon hung her head, her voice normal again. She's a monster. So glad you ended her. The Moon Princess clutched her teeth. Then after the praise, she'd go back to the castle and snuggle into bed near the fire, her soft fur glowing by the fire. Then I'll come in and we'll sit by the fire and talk. We'll have our time. We'll... A tear formed in Nightmare's eye. The mare sniffed and instantly became angry. No, we can't do that anymore. Celestia made sure of that. No more will we give presents to the poor. No longer will we read those old stories anymore. No longer will we sing together when no ponies around. No longer will we be sisters. The alicorn shook her head. She got up and walked about, annoyed and downtrodden to no end. After looking back to the earth again, an idea came to the mare. Ha! Why do I need her? Why should I need her? I am Nightmare Moon, the guardian of the moon, the true empress of Equestria. Nightmare stood up like a statue and smiled grandly, her fangs glistening. I'll have my own heartwarming Eve, right here. There is no need for my sister. Yes, that will do, and all I need is... Nightmare looked down, lost in thought. Wait, that'd be impossible to get on the moon. Oh well, No, that won't work either. No air after all. The princess slumped down onto her haunches again. Blast it all! What am I gonna do? How do I have a proper Eve without the essentials? An idea popped up. Of course, I'm an alicorn. I'm close to a god as any living being could ever hope to be. I'll just magic myself everything I need. Ingenious! The mare lit up her horn and readied the proper spells. Nightmare Moon let off the spells and nothing happened. Her spells done nothing. The mare grouched, crossing her four hooves. Of course. My sister prevents me from casting any high-level spells. Certain. Nightmare looked to the earth. Night was about to fall in Equestria. And then Heartforming Eve would come. The ponies of Equestria, every stallion, mare, and foal, would wake up in a cheeky holiday ecstasy like no other seen all year. They'd sing of friendship and love. They'd give each other gifts and receive gifts themselves. The foals would laugh and play in the snow, making snow ponies and having snowball fights. How one actually made a snowball with their hooves irked Luna to no end when she was still her normal self. Merrymaking and cheer would spread everywhere. From Camelot to Manhattan, Baltimore to Cloudsdale, even the Pony Valley, future knowledge of a town we all know, and the collection of hovels that resided there. Nowhere would be safe from friendship and love. But the moon, and by extension Nightmare Moon. Nightmare would get nothing, no songs, no gifts to give or receive, no snow, no merriment, no family, and all were lost to the dark alicorn now. Nightmare finally slumped onto her belly and looked up to the moon with wet eyes. The mare shook her head. No, I will not cry. Crying is for the foolish. I am no fool. Despite her attempts, tears flowed like a waterfall. No, I will not cry. Sister, Tia, why? Why would you do this to me? I wanted to be loved. I wanted to let Ponies of Equestria know that my night is just as great as your day. I wanted their respect like you had. I wanted to be seen as the great princess of the night, like you were of the day. Tia, I wanted to be with you. I wanted to be you. Nightmare hid her head in the dirt, tears mixing with the ground. Why must I be alone? Why must I be alone? Nightmare Moon shook her head in pain. Why should her sister Celestia have everything? Why should she get warm, soft friends and lovers to cuddle with when Nightmare Moon got nothing? Why do I have no pony to comfort me? Why? Luna shifted and turned uneasily, mumbling to herself. Why? Huh? Luna shot up from her bed. The alicorn looked around. She was in her room, in Camelot, and it was almost midnight. Luna took a hoof into her mane, feeling it. Solid. It was solid, not ethereal and blowing without wind. Luna's eyes shifted to her legs. It wasn't black. No, it had a silvery navy blue hue to it. Finally, Luna realized she wasn't Nightmare Moon. She was herself, and she was free. Luna looked to the full moon. She was too weak to raise her charge, and so she contacted Celestia to do it. With nothing to do at night, Luna had simply taken to sleeping, which made her feel hypocritical, and even worse about her becoming Nightmare Moon. A tear left the Moon Princess's eye. We were, and we are, a monster. Luna. The mentioned mare turned instantly to the source of her name. Standing in the doorway of Luna's room stood Celestia, naked. Her royal trappings and other accessories were gone. Celestia took a step into the room. Luna, what is wrong? Why are you crying? Luna turned from her sister's concerned gaze. It was a prison to her. Even more tears formed. We are a monster, Tia. We realized that 1,000 years ago, today, on Heartforming Eve, and we still tried to cover the world in darkness on our return. No wonder the ponies of Equestria hate us. Celestia walked to the side of her sister's bed, an intent glare on her face. Luna, the ponies of this land do not hate you. They simply do not understand. That's easy for you to say, Luna huffed. To them you are a hero, a ruler with no comparison, and it has remained such for eons. To them we are the selfish sister, who hate not getting all the attention, and went crazy because of it. And even after the worst punishment imaginable, we still could not get it through her thick skull. They despise us. Celestia placed herself on Luna's bed on her regal belly. Well, that's true. Then it's up to you to change that, and show them that you are great and wonderful as I'll ever be, if not more. Luna sniffed. How could I be more? Celestia smiled to her sister. Because you will not ignore your sister's pleas for attention and help. You would have done something. You would have stopped me before... Celestia sighed. Give it time, sister. Everything will work out. Hey, who knows, maybe you already have 1,000 fans. Really? Luna asked. Celestia nodded. Of course, I know for a fact. Maybe not here in Equestria, but somewhere. Somewhere, thousands cheer out your name in praise. I promise you that. Celestia smiled and nuzzled her sister. Good night, Luna. Celestia got up from her position to leave. Sister? Luna began. Celestia turned to the younger alicorn. Would you mind sleeping here with us tonight? We don't want to be alone on our first Heartforming Eve back from our imprisonment. Luna smiled sheepishly. Celestia smiled. Of course, Luna. What is this holiday about but to be with the ones you care about the most? With that, Celestia climbed into bed and snuggled up next to her sister. Luna placed her head on her sister's breast. As warm and comforting as the sun itself, Luna thought. Good night, Luna. Celestia spoke even more quietly, drifting off. Night, Tia, Luna responded, seeing the slow up and down of Celestia's breast to confirm that she had drifted off to sleep. Luna looked up to the night sky and saw the full moon above. Luna gave it a stern look. We swear upon the heartwarming eve moon that we will regain the love of our country. We will be the princess that they deserve. Luna smiled to herself and rested on her sister, happy that she would never again spend these days alone.
So have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Hello everybody, I know it's a bit late right now, but, well, it's not too late, it's only about 9 at my place, but, please excuse my voice, I am ridiculously sick right now, so, I'm gonna be trying to get the other parts for my next Christmas thing to be out, but I'm just hoping I get over this by the time, Friday rolls around so I can finish it, or at least a day or two before so I can finish everything with it, so. But yeah, here's this one at least. I was a bit upset with it. I was hoping it was a siblings, whatever. I'm just a bit upset with this one because it said tragedy on it, and it had a happy ending to it. And all tragedies have sad endings. That's just part of the thing. It's tragic. You don't expect to have a happy ending, and this one I think is mislabeled. So yeah, that's my only gripe with this thing. Other than that, it was pretty good. I just think it's a bit mislabeled. I think it should be hopeful or something like I'm not sure of all the tags they have on there, but probably hopeful or dreamlike in some scenarios. But whatever. I'll call you back after I'll talk to you later. I'm not sound like a smoker, so see you later.